It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Stafford now to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start the drive on the ground, Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Carr throw complete there to Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Tries the left side and finds Olave. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3. To throw his car. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
So Carr departs, and on his Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's Demario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Third and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Let's go. Let's go. Get it on right now.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now it's Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And you see zone defense, and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call. You got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They go back to the ground with Williams. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, Williams. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's brought down. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Ben Skoranek, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Rams are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. Marr now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily done.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, Kamara. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a play fake. Carr. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
So on fourth down, on is Lou Hedley to punt for New Orleans. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. To throw is Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints again ready to go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw, it's Carr. There's the stiff arm. They'll get this out to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Carr. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to Williams to begin things. He'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks, giving the yard up to the 42.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Williams. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'm thinking the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Here's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Throwing again is Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams are able to add on to that lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Marr on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A 10-play drive that time. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On play action, it's Carr. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by a Keller Witherspoon. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it Try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now Stafford. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. Touchdown, Rams. To Marcus Robinson. 40 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Marr now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Me and you, baby. Me and you.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He completes it to Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Rams' 29-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Shotgun now for Carr. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Y'all got time. Let's go. Let's get it now. Let's be perfect. Let's do it. That's right. It's a play to the whistle. All right.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, it's Carr. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Blake Groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And that one complete downfield to Cup. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Now Stafford. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here's Ethan Evans now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports halftime report. We saw a vintage first half from the veteran Matthew Stafford. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here first and 10 at their own 21. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Looking to throw. Gets this complete to Shaheed. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Play action. Now it's Carr. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Throwing is Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. To the sideline and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Touchdown! Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there. And the Rams are able to widen their advantage.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Marr on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now a play fake. Carr. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On play action, now Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now Carr. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Groupie for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The busy night continues for Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A gain of 3, second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the 35, here's second down and 7. Stafford. And he'll find Higby open downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Now it's Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time they face it under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This a 27-yard attempt here. The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Carr. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He completes it to Olave. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the play.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Throw out wide is incomplete.
They're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. He gets it left side to Johnson. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They begin the drive with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Give him 30 yards there.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Second down and a yard.
They'll hand it off now. Williams breaks a tackle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Williams will score. Touchdown, L.A.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Marr now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. 2nd and 11. They give it to Williams, running right. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So it's the Rams here that take home the W. And this one, Charles, too much Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, he really threw the ball well, didn't he? Well over 300 yards passing, hit on 3 touchdown passes, and he's delivering the ball in rhythm all game long.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.